Reading report. Name William Mauricio Malagón Ramos. December 9. Title of the reading The Ambitious Gags. Nathaniel Hawthorne. Or reading stage Alison Chen Moral. What did you learn from this one? The history leaves my with the teaching that we must all have recognition as a personal goal. That our action must be iconic in order to remember by others. Setting where the writing takes place. The history takes place in New England, high in the White Mountains, a place called by the wind, in the family home around the fair place. Main characters. Give a brief description of each character. The father. He is the main protagonist of the history. He is a friendly and cordial man, very talkative, and likes to help to travelers that pass by his house. The mother. She is the woman of the house. She attends to the gags and she is with her family in the development of the history. The children. These characters are 3 and 60 years old girl, 2 under 5 and 6 years old, are with the family during the events in the history. The grandmother. She is knitting by the fire. She tells the young man in the middle of the conversation that her secret was the fear is not being buried in her back's clothes. The ambitious Gex. He is the protagonist of the history. He is a young person. He likes to talk and make others feel good. He is friendly and has the idea that the acts that each man needs to leave remembrance in others. He is a mysterious in his statements. Plot. Write a summary about the history. The history short takes the history of a family from New England that lived in the mountains and dangerous area. This was a very unusual place to be inhabited. However, it was very frequented by hikers and travelers, as the family offered them food and shelter. One very cold night, the family was gathered by the fireplace, when at his door appears a tired traveler, who asks permission to take refuge from the strong wind and cold. The father of the family invites him to continue. The guest is accommodated by the fire to take heed. He tells the family about his destiny and what he had to do her. In the middle of the conversation, the noise produced by the rocks sliding down the slope interrupts the calm, to which the father asks them to be calm, since he was in communion with the mountain, so that knowing what happened to them, and also and have a safe place to get up of the slide. The guest talks about being remembered by others, about leaving a mark before you die, which the father says he agrees with, because to go through life without a legacy is to die empty, which the he says, but we're all one to remember after their death. The father tells everyone that the slide started, so they get down the hill to the shelter. Terrified, the avalanche destroyed everything in its path, but at the exact point where the house was, is opened in two pikes by side of the house, leaving intact. The family sees with astonishment that their house was left intact with the chimney still smoking. Eric said of the stranger who had been with the family on the terrible night, but nobody knew what the stranger was. His name and his existence remained a mystery. His body was never found. Did you like the reading? Why or why not? Yes, I like it. Science is a story that leaves a good tension. Its narrative is clear and catches the reader. On a scale of 1 words to 10 bags, where would you rate this book? Why? 10. It's a good history, short at least and great moral. Write at least a new vocabulary and expression that you learn. At least 15. Knitting, mountainside, kickbacks, footsteps, forgot, embarrassment, fireplace, needles, buried, rising, rushing, waterfall, reached.